Hey guys, Jared here. I'm gonna go over my hard baits, frogs, and jigs today. To begin with, I have some Rapala crankbaits. Here's the colors. Don't know the exact name. Deep, medium diving. There's another one. I have a KVD square bill made by Stray King. Pretty good bait. During the year-round bluegill color, sharp hooks, oval split ring. Here's another blue shell crankbait. Shell diving. It has good hooks on it, cool design, and I use this in my winter bass fishing video. You can check it out. Here I have a Savage Gear cranking minnow. Alright, and here's a BPS crank like minnow bluegill imitating crankbait. It's good for the pre-spawn I use, and it's sinking. Great action. It's all the rivets in it. Here's some Stormarachi sheds. It's like a bluegill color, square bill, auto tuning line. Can't wait to use it. They are this is a silent series, and here's another color. I just have a Rapala square bill, ring pumpkin crawl color. Here's another lipless crankbait. I don't know the exact name of it. This is in my pre-spawn bass fishing video. That's what I call the fish on. This one, pretty good lipless crankbait right there. Here's a KVD, but I shed lipless crankbait, and it's actually shed. Very successful. I used this one this year. I had another one of these. I lost it, and got this color. Great. Most of the fish I caught were on the front hook, and it has a lot of bite marks on it. And the eyes have not fallen out yet. They're really successful. It's really with these baits, and they also, when you cast them, they have a good flutter to them. Cause a lot of strikes. There's another color. Here are my suspending jerk baits. Here's a X-Wrap by Rapala. Suspending. Here are two more. Actually, here's all of them. These two. These are my last video. They're all suspending. This one right here is by Rapala, and this is a floating jerkbait. Right here is a Smith Blake. This one is a suspending, 3 hooks. This one also has 3 hooks. So that's some of my hard baits back real quick. Try to make this video quick. A lot of stuff to cover. Here's my main crankbaits I have. These are all BPS ones they had on sale a few years ago. I had good success with them. Good colors. Yeah, they were like under $5 a piece. Good deal. Here's a Bill Dance fat tree fry. I like the color of it. Good for clear water. Here's another Rapala bait. Good perch looking color. And right here is a homemade crankbait I have. I got it from Netcraft. I put it together myself with hooks on and everything. Here's some more crankbaits. I have like, I believe 6 to 8 feet. All the same. They all do the same thing, just different colors. Here's a crawl color. Alright, here's some storm baits I have. This is one of my deepest diving crankbaits. It's in a crawl color. Here's a chartreuse. I guess this is all soft plastic right here, and it's a hard body. This is good deep water cranking. And here's another one. This is like a metal bill on this one. Pretty good for murky water. I use those chartreuse colors in. Here is another crankbait I have. It's Rollo. The cool thing about this is when I have a fish bite it, it pulls out a leader. It's 5 inches long. Real good when you have fish with teeth on. And the tacky lures like pike is a pretty common fish, and this will prevent you from losing them. Here's a reef runner. Usually used for walleye, but a good bass color for deep cranking. Another chartreuse color. I have it's not sure what the name is. Pretty good for murky water again. And here's a walleye. I got this from a garage sale for like under $3. Pretty good deal. I got a lot of my stuff cluttered up here. Here's my frogs. I got this is a Spro, like a popping frog, really soft. I like these. Here's a true tungsten. It's like a greenish color. I love the feel of these things. These are really good for walk the dog. And I never have to trim the skirts on them. I don't think it's a big deal. I have good action with them. Here's another Spro. The popping frogs, I believe, are a little softer than these. None of these have rattles in them, except the true tungsten one. Right there. Here's another Spro. This is a white color, white and yellow. Here's a River to Seas. There's a big frog right here. I use this for pads. Real soft too. Here's a live target frog. I love this bait. Good graphics on it. And as small as it is, it makes a good impact. Caught some big fish on it. Here's a cheap Bass Pro Shop frog. I caught a 6-pound bass on here, plus. When I was younger, probably one of my favorite frogs till this day, believe it or not, because of so. And here's a cheap finesse mouse. Pretty good for ponds. Real soft, real soft. And here's another true tungsten frog. Has a rail in it. What's cool about these ones, catch a lot of big fish on them. Sometimes that rattle makes a difference. Alright, next I have some my rattle traps. I really don't have much, I don't like to use them. Here's a purple one, there's a Rapala. This is a only floating one I have right here in this crawl color. Pretty good rivers. I got the rest just sinking, bass cranking. Pretty heavy. Here's some soft swim baits. Purplish color, pretty good. Throwing your brush. There's another one. I don't like this one because I had them all back together, because this hook and right here, the eyelid, when you get a fish on, it pulls the hook through and the rubber slides up the line. I don't like that because it's when you're cranking it fast, it tends to slide up the line. That's why I will not buy that lure again. It's from Bass Pro Shops. Just a little input on it. Here's my chatter baits. I bought a set of chatter baits. Here's all the skirts. A lot of chartreuse and whites. Some black and red and black and blue. I have a bunch of heads here. There's black and there's a couple frog heads. And I have red and chartreuse. Different sizes. Here's some Z-Man craws that came with it. Somewhere in this brown with an orange, black and blue, and green pumpkin chartreuse craws. Here's a bunch of different chartreuse colors that came with the flukes and tails. Here's a couple other trailers I have. This is actually a Gary Alamoto. It's like a swim bait. And here's a Strike King one. Just for different trailers, like to keep them together. Here's some frog trailers came with it, the kit. Different colors. These have really cool action. I like these. I even use these on just a regular, without the frog heads. Here is a couple of the weedless ones that came with. Has a bunch of rattles. Here's what it looks like. A big profile. And here are my jigs. Alright, here's Jewel Baits 5/8 ounce football head jig with rattle, and this is Excite Baits crawl at the end. Here's just a Walmart jig, just a light one for ponds. Here's another Jewel football head jig, Strike King black and blue with rattle. I really am not sure if there's a big difference between a rattle or not. It doesn't matter to me. It's just sometimes, I don't know, it's all a preference, I guess. Here's this too was a Strike King jig, and this one right here is a Bass Pro Shop Heart jig. Those are probably really good for the price. Cost like $2, $1. They're one of the best jigs, I think, for the price, and they are really good weedless. Here's like a cheap Walmart 3/8 ounce light brush jig. I like the skirt on it. Pretty good for the price. It was a couple bucks again. Pretty cheap jigs. I don't like to spend a lot of money on them because you will lose them usually. Here's another hard jig. These are all in lead. I don't have any tungsten jigs. Here's a Chompers jig. It says purple in it. They have like extra wide gap hooks in them. I think that makes a difference when you're jig fishing. I like them. Here, this one has a pet crawl at the end, and real beat up. Use this in rocks. Good. I like the small profile on them. Here's a green pumpkin Chompers jig. The Chompers comes in 2 in a pack for jigs, and here is a finesse jig I have for smallmouth. I put a little tadpole looking thing in the end that works great in creeks. Alright, last but not least, I have my spinner baits, buzz baits, and swim jigs. Here's some KVD Strike King swim jigs. This is 60 shad, and here is another 60 shad color, different brushes on them. One's a brush jig, one's a light brush, pretty good. Here's a bass color, like this. Put a Havoc twin tail grub at the end, works great. Good combo together, highly recommend it. And here's my KVD spinner bait with a trailer hook on it. You gotta like it. Great color combinations. I believe this is a Booyah spinner bait. I love this for clear water. It works great. Catch bass. A lot of bass instead, over 3 pounds. I really catch a small bass on a spinner bait lately, so that's one cool thing about them. Here is a buzz bait. I'm not sure what brand they are. Works good in the morning, afternoon, at nighttime. Here's a Walmart modified buzz bait. I put a bead on it and I smoothed out the holes so it spins better. There we go, and another buzz bait here. Matches. It's the same brand as this one, just different sizes. I use this one for murky water. Here's just some skirts I use for I switch out with my swim jigs. Hope you like my hard baits. Stay tuned for more. Next tackle series I'll have will be my soft plastics, and I also have a bunch of poppers I can show you next. It's in my this tackle box right there. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment.